All right, this is the Rainbird PVB. It's actually made by Watts. It's a Watts 800, not an 800 M2. So if you're looking for parts, the M2 parts will not necessarily fit the 800. Come on, balance, tripod. There we go. All right, so first step is gonna be to take the two screws off the bonnet, pull that cap off. I already took this one apart to diagnose it, but I had to get a pipe wrench on this because this is like 40 years old. Get turning, pull the poppet. I diagnosed like this just floats. There's a plate in here. I'm gonna push down and twist at the same time. So the retainer, the spring retainer plate, the spring, and this backflow didn't pass because when I pulled this out, this spider is supposed to hold the check valve in place, but that had come free. The screw was caught there. The screw have actually damaged the seat of this diaphragm here. This is from the same size from the Model 2, but it's a little bit, I was gonna try to use it because it's got a brand new rubber, but it's a little bit smaller, so it wobbles back and forth when you put it in there. So we're gonna flip the gasket because a lot of these gaskets are just flippable. And that's gonna fit right there. That's gonna be almost perfect. So I'm gonna flip the gasket. I was having no trouble having the float seat. No telling how long this one hasn't been working. This is the first time I've tested this. I've been on this site for like 3 years. I don't know if the city got on them or what. So once I got that in, these forks, there's a hole at the bottom. You want to check for damage there. If there's nicks or cuts in that actual brass, it probably needs to be replaced. A lot of people just say, oh, I'll replace it, but for this 1 1/4 size backflow to replace it, it would cost a bunch. Kind of cost prohibitive. I think my cost on it is actually $500, so I'd probably be in the $1,500 range to replace it. Maybe a little more once I got, here, I'm gonna show you how this sits. So that's gonna sit in the hole. The spring is gonna sit here. The spring retainer is gonna go on top and it's gonna sit in that notch. And then I'm gonna push down and twist. Twisting clockwise. And this should be about the same for the 1-inch size. The parts will probably vary a little bit different. The float is just gonna sit on top. This pin on the bonnet is just gonna get in that float. And there you go. Sometimes you need to this might be a mistake pulling this guy out. Pretty pressed down, but I'm gonna give it the run. and they're already flattened out, you want to get it in there flat. No, I'm not getting any resistance because, of course, it was the rubber actually pushing against the threads. Now I know positionally where this sat before was like this, so that's fully tight for me. Get my wrench on here. Give it the beans. Close my test cock valves. There we go. Just need enough pressure to seal it up. Now we're fully sealed. I'll test it to confirm that that check valve is working, and I will place the canopy on top. Canopy will give dirt and debris out. Place that on top and screw it in. There you go. The Watts 800 M2.